Hi everyone, it's me Robyn with mypinkstamper.com, and today I'm going to show you a fun technique on this card. I'm making a butterfly card using the Hostess Set Floral Wings from Stampin' Up, and I'm using the colors Old Olive and Wisteria Wonder. I'm also using the Bold Butterfly Framelits with the Sizzix, and I'm using this fun label punch. I don't have the name of it right now. I think it's washi tape punch. And I'm using the Versamark. We're going to do a little embossing on this project. I have a mixture here of the embossing clear powder, and then I've also poured in some Dazzling Diamonds glitter. So this is to show you how to custom make your own embossing powder. So if you have the clear embossing powder and you just pick a couple different types of regular glitter, you can create your own fun, unique look with that. Okay, and we are also using some pink, where is it? Pink Pirouette, am I saying that right? Yeah, Pink Pirouette ribbon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, the first step we're going to do is use the background layer of Old Olive cardstock, and this is cut at 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and this just gives you the basic layer on top of it with a 1/4 1/4 inch around it. Okay, so we're going to use our Old Olive ink, and we're using just the vine, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a vine, just behind it, and I'm going to just ink this up really well, nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp 4 times. So I'm going to stamp right here off the paper. You see how I've stamped it off so it kind of goes into nowhere, and then I'm going to stamp here, kind of maybe like right here. That's a good spot right there. So just making my own background paper. Sometimes we spend so much on background paper, but you can customize it yourself for the right look that you're looking for. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. Maybe just a little bit right here. Okay, maybe right here, just a tad, just a touch. All right, so we have our background paper. And we'll go ahead and let's set the ribbon aside. Let's set this aside now. What we're going to do is using our, the Hostess Set Floral Wings. I'm just using the butterfly from it. And I'm going to stamp it right on here. And we're going to be using the framelit. So I'm using the Wisteria Wonder, and I'm stamping it on Wisteria Wonder. The same color on the same paper. Like this. You guys are going to love how this turns out once I do all the embossing magic on it. I just know it. It's going to be so fun. Okay, I'm going to just stamp it directly on here. Pull it off. Ta-da! Set that all aside. I think we need it for one more thing. Okay, now I'm going to pull my Sizzix, and I'm probably going to pull this up for you guys. So here's my Big Shot, Sizzix Big Shot from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to use, this comes with it. This all comes with your Big Shot when you order it, the tab, whatever it's called. So we're using the whole thing. We're using all of it. So we're going to take the top plate off, put this on here. I'm going to take my butterfly. And there are the new magnetic plates that Stampin' Up has in the new catalog. And I don't have them yet, so mine might slide a little bit, but if you're using the magnetic base, or whatever it's called, they won't slide. Okay, so hopefully it won't slide. Okay, it's not going to. Okay, so just put it in here, and then I go back too. I just like to double check it, to double do it. Okay, so we pull this out. So look, I've stamped it. I've made my own background, and now I've got a little die cut of it. Super cute. Can you guys see that? Okay, so now while we have this out, let's go ahead and set that aside too. We're going to use the other little framelit. Where is it? The framelit, and we're going to use this other piece of cardstock, Wisteria Wonder. We're not stamping this first. We're just going to put this directly on here. And put this in the machine. Da-da-da. And I have been asked about the size of the Big Shot. The Big Shot is wider than the Cuttlebug, so not everything will fit through. If you have a smaller, machine like a Cuttlebug, not all of them are going to fit through, and some of them might. The smaller ones probably will. Okay, so let me throw that away. Yay, I missed. Okay, now I'm using just a pokey thing, and I'm going to just poke these through. Poke them through. And this punches so nicely, I didn't have to, you know, worry about if it's not going to cut it or not. Okay, put all my background through. I'll vacuum tomorrow, maybe, so I'll see. Just don't stop by unannounced because you're gonna see lots of paper crafts on my floor. Okay, so we can just pull this off here and pull that off. So cute! And it's really actually very pretty. I missed a spot. I got it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back down, the base back down. All right, so now we're going to finish up our card. So, and it's almost done. It looks like it's going to be super simple, but it's really cute actually. I'm using this for my July card swap with my Stampin' Up downline. So if you're on my team, we have a monthly group swap. And this month I messed up and I used a stamp set that was that we don't carry anymore. And so I had to redo it. So this is the one. And I think this actually turned out a lot better, which I'm happy about. Okay, so Versamark you can use as a watermark. So if you want to stamp, and let me see if I have something I can sample this on. I'm going to use the Versamark and just stamp it on here without anything else. And so what this does is if you're using like a darker color cardstock, do you see how it looks like I stamped that color on that color, and it's called a watermark. So you can just leave it like that. It might stay a little bit sticky for just a few minutes. Don't touch it right away. But the great thing about the Versamark is it stays wet a little bit longer, so you can emboss with it, which is super awesome. I'm so excited. And I missed again. Okay, so we're going to start, and I just have background papers. One is for my Versamark, so what I'm going to do is turn this pad upside down and just really get this wet pad on here and get this nice and inky. So if you have a little set of tweezers or something, that's really beneficial to use. Okay, but I don't have it near me. Okay, so now I'm going to take my concoction, my mixture, and I'm going to just pour it on here. It's the coolest thing, you guys. Like seriously, this is the coolest thing to emboss. I'm so excited. Okay, set this aside. Probably should put it away, but I'm not going to right now. I'm gonna put it right here. Do you guys see? And I want you to see, I have to plug this in. Okay, I want you to see the color how it changes. It's so cool. And do not hold it while you're doing it. That was my mistake before, and you can get real burned. Real burned. Okay, you guys ready? You see it? I'm gonna zoom in for you. You can just see the butterfly. It's warming up for just a second. You guys see it changing color? And sparkly. Look at that! Changing color and sparkly. It is so pretty. It is like, and I love the smell of it. It's like, not burnt rubber, but it's pretty similar. Look at how cool that looks, you guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cool off for just 1 second. It just needs a millisecond. And while it's cooling, let's go ahead and put our embossing powder. I forgot to put it away the other day because I had to make, I don't know, 18 or 19 of these cards. And I had a huge mess because I forgot to put it away. And I'm lucky that my 8-year-old son, who loves to craft, didn't touch it. Okay, so do you guys see that? I'm going to zoom back out so I can show you the rest of the card. All right, now let's go ahead and make this a fabulous card and put it all together. Okay, I'm going to fold over this is why can't I say that word? Pink Pirouette. This is 5.5 by 8.5. So if you cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock in half, you have enough to make 2 cards. And the size card is an A2. Which uses an A2 envelope, which is pretty easy, right? Okay, so let's kind of start putting this together. So let's go ahead and take some of this ribbon. Woo. And I'm going to snip it. I don't see my tape. Oh, it's over, of course, on the other table. I have to edit this a lot. Hold on 1 second. Okay, this gets the cheater method. 2 things of tape. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. We're just going to, this is good right here. Okay, yes. And then, whoops. We do have a little more stamping and one more punch we're going to do. So let's go ahead and just add this on here. Using the snail adhesive. I'm going to put this right here. Okay. All right, and then let's go ahead and just cut a little piece and do our little cheater bow knot. Put it right in here. And this is kind of delicate ribbon. I mean, it's not delicate to work with, but it just feels really pretty. I just like it a lot because it feels pretty. That sounded kind of weird, huh? Pretty. I like it. I'm in a weird mood. Can you tell? Okay, so finally, let's put this on here. Let's use our dimensionals, and we're going to pop the butterfly on. And it's so gorgeous, guys. I wish you could see it in person. Some of you will see it in person if you're in my group. You'll get one of these in our swap. But for those of you who don't see it in person, let me tell you, just try it. Try that embossing technique at home, and you're just going to fall in love. It's just awesome. Okay, did that come off? Yes. On the floor. Oops. Did that fall on the floor? I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to put that right here, and then now I'm going to use a glue dot. Where did I put my glue dots? Where's my glue dots? Please tell me he did not take my glue dots. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, funny story. My glue dots were right next to me. Sorry. I'm all yelling like, where'd you go? Where'd they go? Okay, so we're going to use a glue dot because it's too small to use a dimensional. And just put it on here. And I like to make the wings look like they're flying a little bit. So kind of just bend it like this. Stick it right on here. You guys, this is so absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we're not done. We're going to take some vellum cardstock, wherever I put it. Here it is. And this is vellum cardstock, and they do sell it in the catalog. It's just thicker than regular vellum. Take the punch it out. And now we're using the Just For You that I showed you just a second ago, and we're going to stamp it in the Wisteria Wonder. Okay, and it says Just For You. This is just for you. And you're going to want to let it dry a second. Anytime you're stamping on vellum, if you're not going to emboss it, it does take a few minutes to dry. Okay, so all we're going to do here, I can't put it on just yet, but we're going to add it with the glue dots so you can use it with the vellum. And that is the card, guys. Isn't it so cute? Here's the one that I had finished for y'all so you can see it. It's on there. So I hope you enjoy it. I had so much fun making this card. I love it. I actually might make a bunch more of these for Stampin' Up! Convention to pass around to people because we do things like that in a crazy stamping world. Okay, well let me know if you have any questions. Email me anytime. I'd love to have you on my team. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.